There was a woman in the Bible who lost everything. Her husband died. Then her 2 sons died. Her future disappeared overnight. Her name was Naomi. Everything she had built, everything she hoped for was gone. She was left with nothing but grief. She was so heartbroken, so empty, that she told her friends, "Don't call me Naomi," which means blessed. "Call me Mara," which means bitter. The Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. She truly believed God was finished with her, that her story was over. But here's the thing, Naomi couldn't see. Even in her deepest despair, hope was literally walking right beside her. Her daughter-in-law, a young woman named Ruth, refused to leave her side. Everyone else had gone, but Ruth stayed. She looked at Naomi and made a promise that would change everything. She said, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." So, Naomi returned to her hometown Bethlehem, feeling completely defeated. She thought she was going back to nothing, to an empty house and an empty future. But what she didn't realize was that God was already at work, quietly setting up the comeback of a lifetime. He was weaving a new story for her, right in the middle of her pain. Ruth, out of loyalty and love for Naomi, went to work in the local barley fields to provide for them. And it just so happened that she found herself in the field of a kind and respected man named Boaz. This wasn't a coincidence. This was God's plan unfolding. In that ordinary field, working an ordinary job, something extraordinary began to happen. Boaz noticed Ruth's character, her kindness, and her dedication. He showed her favor, protected her, and provided for her. And through this divine connection, God completely rewrote Naomi's story. He took her from emptiness to complete restoration. He turned her devastating loss into a lasting legacy. He transformed her season of bitter silence into a season of abundant blessing. It's a powerful picture of how God works. The story ends beautifully. The Bible says that Naomi, the woman who thought she would never know joy again, held a child in her arms once more. Hope didn't just return, was placed right back into her lap. She became the grandmother in the lineage of King David, and ultimately of Jesus himself. So, if your week is starting heavy, if your prayers feel like they're hitting the ceiling, if God feels distant and you feel forgotten, I want you to remember Naomi. Don't quit. Might feel empty, but I promise you, God is not finished. Sometimes hope is already on the move long before we can see the change. Trust Him. Keep walking. This week could be the beginning of your comeback story. Thanks for watching.